should be equal to ln. Should be equal to ln. It can be lm plus ln equals to mn. See, any of this side can come in between. Say ln can come to the left hand side, mn can go to the right hand side, and all those things. But what we have to do is, first we have to get the value of all these three sides. Is this clear? Means you have to find value of lm, you have to find value of mn, you have to find value of ln, and then we'll decide which two lengths you are going to add to get the third length. Is this clear? So now let's begin. Here what we are going to do is, we are going to find all the three lengths. We are going to apply the distance formula to find the length. So therefore, I'll write the distance formula. The distance formula is under root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So now first we'll take length of lm, or say distance lm. Okay. So distance of lm equals to, now which 2 points you are going to take? L and m. We assume the coordinates of L as x1, y1, and coordinates of m as x2, y2. You see, we are taking L and m. So L becomes x1, x2, y1, and m becomes x2, y2. Just remember this. For all other lengths, values of x1 and y1 will keep on changing. So distance of Lm equals to under root of, we'll substitute the values directly. 1 minus of minus 2 the whole square plus c. X2 is 1, x1 is minus 2. So you just subtract that after that. Plus, now what you're going to do is y2 minus y1. So that becomes minus 3 minus 3 the whole square. Now you'll just remove the squares, you'll just solve the brackets and you'll remove the squares. Now minus and minus is going to become plus. So here you will get 1 plus 3. What are you going to get? 1 plus 2. Sorry, 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 square plus. Now minus 3 minus 3. Now when both the terms are negative, you add and you put the negative sign. So plus minus 6 square. Under root sign will come as it is. So what you will get here? 3 square 9 minus 6 square 36. So 9 plus 36 equals to root 45. Can you simplify root 45? You can simplify root 45. Factors of 45 can be written as 9 into 5. And you can remove square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So that will come out. So it is 3 root 5. This is your statement number 1. This will give you statement number 1. Is this clear till here to all the students? Now we'll find the second value. We'll find value of mn. We'll find value of mn. So distance mn. Now see, coordinates of m. 1 comma minus 3. So this would be equivalent to x1, y1. And n is 5 comma 4. So that would be equivalent to x2. Is this clear? So now you can substitute these values directly. So distance of mn equals to under root of, see, x2 is 5. So 5, x1 is 1. So 5 minus 1 the whole square plus y2 is 4 plus 4. y1 is -3. So minus sign is there already in between. Minus of -3 the whole square. So what you've got? You've got 5 minus 1 the whole square plus 4 minus of -3 the whole square. So that is equals to 5 minus 1 is 4. So 4 square plus 4. Now the minus and minus is going to become plus. Understand? See, minus and minus is going to become plus. So 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3 is what? 7. So 4 square plus 7 square. So what you'll get? You'll get that as 16 plus 49. 16 plus 49 is root 65. Can you simplify root 65? Factors of 65. 13 into 5. 13 into 5. Now 13 is a prime number. Understand? So you cannot simplify this. So we'll keep that as it is. We'll keep that as it is. This is your statement number 2. This forms your statement number 2. Now we have found length of LM. We have found length of MN. Now we are going to find length of LN. Now for LN, check. Your L is -2, comma 3. So that would be equivalent to x1, y1 now. Is this clear? And check N, it is 5, comma 4. So that would be equivalent to x2 and y2. Now we'll find distance of Ln. We'll find distance of Ln. X2 minus x1. So that means 5 minus of -2. Check. X1 is -2. So 5 minus of -2 and the whole square plus y2 is 4 -3 the whole square. Now again here what you will get? Minus and minus, they are coming close together again. So minus and minus is going to become plus. So this minus and minus will become plus. So that is under root of 5 plus 2, 7 square plus 4 minus 3, 1 square. So what you will get that as? Under root of 49 plus 1 under root of 50. Now how will you simplify this? How will you simplify this? So what you will get? 50. When you factorize that, you'll get that as 25 into 2. 25 is a perfect square. So under root of 25 is 5. Root 2 will come as it is. So your answer is 5 root 2. This is your statement number. You've got 3 root 5. You've got 5 root 2. Then you've got root 65. Now what you're going to do is, we'll just check. Now, if you add any of these two sides, is it equal to the third side, or say vice versa of that? It is not possible. See, if you add equation 1 and 2, check, adding equation 1 and 2. If you add equation 1 and 2, or say instead of 1 and 2, what we'll do is we'll add these root numbers together. Adding equation 1 and 3. You'll get that as 3 root 5 plus 5 root 2 equals to root 65. Get that as root 65. Now, can you tell me whether your left hand side and right hand side, are they equal? Are they equal? They are not equal. See, they are not equal. When you add all this, see, 3 root 5 is here, Here it is 5 root 2, here it is root 65. They don't match at any point. They are not equal. So if they are not equal, are the points collinear? I've told you, if you want the points to be collinear, the addition of the two smaller sides should be equal to the third side. But here, when you have solved this, you'll not get the addition of any two sides equal to the third side. So that means if it is not equal, the points are not collinear. The points are not collinear. So therefore, points L, M, N are not collinear. Is this understood by all the students? Is it understood by all the students what we have done exactly? Is this clear to all the students? You all can remove the screenshot of this. You all can remove the screenshot of this so that we'll move ahead to the next question. So let's move ahead. Any doubts, students, you all can ask me. So this topic is very easy and easy to score. And this time the weightage for the chapter will also be more. So you can get good marks in the chapter check. You have to just remember only the formula, distance formula. Yes, Lakshmi beta, you can unmute and ask.
सर
Yes, beta.
सर हमें ए और सी को प्लस करना है, फिर इक्वल टू बी आना चाहिए ना?
Yes, it can be A plus C equals to B. It can be A plus B equals to C. It can be B plus C equals to A. It can be any two sides because exactly we don't know what are the distances of those particular sides. Understand? So you have to just add any two small sides after getting the distances.
सर जो ज्यादा नंबर के होंगे, जो छोटे नंबर होंगे उनको प्लस करके बड़े नंबर है उनसे कंपैरिजन करने का ना?
हाँ, जो छोटे रहेंगे यू हैव टू ऐड दोस टू एंड वो दोनों का एडिशन जो है वो बड़े वाले से इक्वल होना चाहिए.
ओके सर.
Yep. अभी जो थर्ड क्वेश्चन है इसमें का, ओके, क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, the third sub question you are going to do it as homework. We'll move to the fourth sub question. Now the fourth sub question, check points P is given -2, 3, Q is given 1, 2, and R is given 4, 1. Now which three distances you will find, check PQ, okay, you will find QR, and you're going to find PR. You will find PQ, you will find QR, you will find PR. Yes, reconnecting. Who is that? You can change your name and then you can ask the question. Okay. So now in this, what you will get? See, either you should get PQ plus QR equals to PR. It can be PQ plus PR equals to QR, or it can be QR plus PR equals to PQ. It can follow any of these equations. We don't know which side is smaller, which side is greater. So out of this three, any equation you get, the points would be collinear. Now what we'll do is, we'll first write the distance formula. The distance formula, you can by heart it here only. Under root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. When you write it more times, you just Keep on writing this frequently. It will go directly in your brain. So no need to by heart this. So when you practice all these questions, each time make a habit of writing the formula so that you by heart the formula. Now see, we'll find PQ. So P coordinates of P are 2 comma 3. So this would be equivalent to x1 and y1. Q, it is 1 comma 2. This would be equivalent to x2 and y2. So now distance of PQ equal to under root of, formula is already written, value of x2 is equivalent to 1. So 1 minus x1 is equivalent to minus 2. So it would be 1 minus of minus 2 the whole square plus y2 is 2. So 2 minus y1 is 3. So 2 minus 3 the whole square. So you all can find the values now. Come on, start solving this with me. Keep your red notebook in your hand. Okay, with you. Keep your notebook with you, and you can start solving this with me. See, minus and minus is going to become plus. So 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 square plus 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is what? It's minus 1. So minus 1 square. So 3 square plus minus 1 square. Now you know square of a negative number is positive. So you'll get this as root of 9 plus 1, that is root 10. You get that as 3 square is 9 plus 1. So 9 plus 1 is what? 10. So this forms your statement number 1. This forms your statement number 1. Next is you'll find distance of QR. So first I'll write Q. What are the coordinates of Q? 1 comma 2. So this would be equivalent to x1, y1, r 4 comma 1. This would be equivalent to x2 and y2. So distance of QR equals to under root of x2 is 4. So 4, x1 is 1. So 4 minus 1 the whole square plus y2 is 1. So 1 minus y1 is 2. So 1 minus 2 the whole square. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So 3 square plus 1 minus 2 is minus 1 square. Again, square of a negative number is always positive. So here you will get this as 9 plus 1, that is root 10. This is your statement number 2. Now what you will do, you'll find the last side. Last side is PR. Okay. So P minus 2 comma 3. So this is equivalent to x1 y1 and R 4 comma 1 equivalent to x2 y2. Equivalent to x2 y2. Now what you will do, you will find distance of PR. Just substitute. You all can start solving, and if anybody's got the answer, can unmute and directly tell the answer. X2 is 4. So 4 minus. Now here x1 is minus 2. So 4 minus of minus 2 the whole square. Now again here minus and minus is going to become plus. Plus. Y2 is 1. So 1 minus 3. Y1 is 3. So 1 minus 3 the whole square. So under root of, you get that as 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. So 6 square plus 1 minus 3. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. So minus 2 square. Again, I have told you that the square of a negative number is positive. So here you will get this as 36 plus 4. That is root 40. Now, can you simplify root 40? Can you simplify root 40? Factors of 40. 4 into 10. So, we'll remove root of 4 because 4 is a perfect square. 4 is a perfect square. So, answer becomes 2 root 10. It is what? 2 root 10. This is your statement number 3. Now, see, smallest side now here. Root 10, smallest side. Root 10, smallest side. So, 2 root 2 is the largest side. So, if you add 1 and 2, can you get that equal to 3? Can you get that equal to 3? Come on, tell me. Okay. Adding 1 and 2. So when you add 1 and 2, root 10 plus root 10, is that equal to 2 root 10? Is that equal to 2 root 10? So when you add the surds, what you do is you add the numbers which are outside the root sign. You add the numbers which are outside the root sign. Now here, by default, if there is no number, by default it is taken as 1. So 1 plus 1 is going to become 2. Understand this? So this answer, root 10 plus root 10 is 2 root 10. Is this clear to all the students? So when you add 1 and 2, you'll get that equals to 3. So as your left hand side and right hand side both are equal, you'll get therefore points P, Q, R. Therefore, points P, Q, R are co-linear. Hope everybody have understood this. You all can remove the screenshot of this and get the answer. How many of you have got this right before me? Can remove the screenshot fast so that we'll move ahead. And erase this now. So done with question number 2. We're moving to question number 3. Now try to understand what it is. It is given find the point on the x-axis. Okay. Find the point on the x-axis which is equidistant from the points A and B. Find the point on the x-axis which is equidistant from A minus 3 comma 4 and B 1 comma minus 4. Now just assume this is your x-axis. This is your x-axis. You want to find the point on the x-axis. See, I'll name that as point C. I'll name that as point C. From minus 3 comma 4 and B 1 comma minus 4. So see, minus 3 comma 4, it will lie in the second quadrant above, and B would lie in the fourth quadrant. Okay. Now, for example, say here, See here. Now, which is equidistant? Means they are at an equal distance. They are at an equal distance. So this is in the third quadrant. This is in the fourth quadrant. Okay, I don't know where the C is, whether it is on the negative x-axis or positive x-axis. We'll just find it after. Okay. So this is in the third quadrant, fourth quadrant, and they have told that it is equidistant. So that means when it is at equidistant, that means distance of AC and distance of BC is going to remain same. Distance of AC and distance of BC is going to remain same. Is this understood by all the students? Now, after that, see, when the point lies on the x-axis, when the point lies on the x-axis, what is the value of y coordinate? What is the value of y coordinate? Anyone? If the point, see, I repeat my question. If the point lies on the x-axis, if the point lies on the x-axis, what is the value of the y coordinate? Your y coordinate is going to be 0. So your coordinates of C would be x comma 0. Is this understood by all the students? From where did I get this x comma 0? Because the point is lying on the point lies on the x-axis. So when the point lies on the x-axis, your y comes 0. Remember this. Let's start with our solution. See, point C lies on the x-axis. Therefore, its y coordinate is 0. Y coordinate is 0. Now, as A and B are equidistant from C, you'll get AC equals to BC. So that means distance of AC is going to be equal to distance of BC. So that means, see, root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. See, for distance of AC is going to be equal to distance of BC. Now check. What we can do is we can remove the root sign. We can remove the root sign. Now how will you do that? What we'll do is, now if AC is equals to BC, check, if AC is equals to BC, that means AC square is equals to BC square. We're taking squares on both the sides. Understood? So when you're going to square this, the root sign will go off automatically. Is this clear? So now what we'll do is we'll find distance of AC square. So now AC square equals to, let's see, if I'm writing the formula, x2 minus x1 the whole square, sorry, I had written the root sign, plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Okay. So what you will do is A would be x1, y1, and C would be x2, y2. Is this clear? So x2 minus x1, x2 is x. So x minus x1 is minus 3. So that becomes minus 3 the whole square plus y2, 0. 0 minus y1 is 4. So we'll get that as x plus 3. This minus and minus will become plus. So x plus 3 the whole square plus minus 4 square. So x plus 3 the whole square plus, what we'll do is, we'll just open up the bracket. Now x plus 3 is in form of a plus b the whole square. It is in form of a plus b the whole square. So a plus b the whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So x plus 3 the whole square is x square plus 2ab means 2 into x into 3. Understand? Plus 3 square. See a square plus 2ab plus b square plus minus 4 square is 16. You get this as x square plus 2 into x, 2x into 3 is 6x plus 3 square is 9 and 9 plus 16. 9 plus 16 you'll get that as 25. Okay. Now this is value of AC square. Now we'll go to BC square. Go to BC square. Now see B coordinates are 1 comma minus 4. So that would be equivalent to x1, y1 and C would be x comma 0. C would be x comma 0. So BC square, to find value of BC square. So BC square would be checked x minus 1 the whole square plus 0 minus 4 the whole square. Now here check whether I've written it correct. 0 minus 4. B is minus 4. So 0 minus of minus 4. Understand? The whole square. Now you will tell that's a square of negative number and square of positive numbers. Both the answers are same. But no, the examiner will cut your marks here if you don't show that negative sign. Understand? So you have to be very careful when you show this. Remember. So this is x minus 1 the whole square plus minus and minus is going to become plus. So plus 4 square. We'll open up the bracket. We'll open up the bracket. X square minus 2x plus 1. See a square. Now here it was plus 2ab. Here middle sign is minus. So minus 2ab. So minus 2 into x into 1 plus 1 square plus 4. Is this clear? So now we'll solve this. So this becomes x square minus 2x plus. Now 4 square is 16. 16 plus 1. So that becomes 17. Now see, AC square is equals to BC square. So that means what you will get therefore x square plus 6x plus 25 equals to x square minus 2x plus 17. Now the like terms on the opposite side would get cancelled off. What we'll do is we'll change position of minus 2x. We'll take all the variables on one side, constants on the other side. So what you'll get? You'll get 6x plus 2x equals to 17 minus 25. So what is the answer now? 6x plus 2x, 8x equals to 17 minus 25. Now 17 minus 25 is minus 8. Is what? Minus 8. So you'll get 8x equals to minus 8. So value of x minus 8 upon 8, that is equals to minus 1. That is equals to minus 1. So you've got value of x. Now we want the point on the x-axis. Therefore, the point on the x-axis, I write it here. Therefore, the point on the x-axis is minus 1 comma 0 is what? Minus 1 comma 0. Is this understood by all the students? Students, have you all understood this? See, the question they have given, it is equidistant. So when it is equidistant, that means both these distances AC and BC is going to be equal. Is this clear to all the students? After that, what you will do is, as the point lies on the x-axis, your y coordinate is going to be 0. Yes, those who are raising their hands can unmute and ask, beta.
सर
Yes, beta.
सर इसमें डिस्टेंस का फॉर्मूला यूज नहीं हुआ
Hmm?
इसमें
See,
डिस्टेंस का फॉर्मूला
you had used the distance formula, but what we had done, in order to go with the root sign, okay, solving the questions with the root sign goes difficult. So what we had done, we had removed the square here.
yes.
So when you remove the square, the root sign of the distance formula is going to go off. See, here, if I write AC, formula is what? Under root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Is this understood, beta? Now, if I remove square of this AC square, if I remove square of this, so this root sign which is there, this root sign will go off. You'll be left out with x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Understood?
Yes.
As both the sides were equal, we had removed the square, beta. So to avoid our
Sir, we
mistake
have to write.
with the root sign. Is this understood?
Yes, but we
Yeah.
have to write taking square both side.
Yes, you have to write here, taking squares on both the sides.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any more difficulty, students? Those who have raised their hands can unmute and ask. Yes, Sandhya.
Sir,
Yeah.
I cannot understand this. X square minus x 2x minus plus 1 plus 4 square.
This one.
No, sir. Last
Then
ending.
this one.
Yes, sir.
See. Now assume this as A and this as B.
Okay.
X minus 1. So this is A minus B. I'll just erase the figure. Just wait. What is the formula of what is the identity A minus B the whole square? Beta, come on, tell me. What is the identity A minus B the whole square? A minus B the whole square. What is the identity? It is A square minus 2AB plus B square. So applying that identity, your X is A and B is 1. So x square, see, A square is x square minus 2. A is x, B is 1. So minus 2 into x into 1 plus 1 square. So you'll get that as x square minus 2x plus 1. Understood, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you,
The
sir.
yes. Those who have raised their hands, come on, unmute and ask beta fast. Yes, Sandhya Moria. Sandhya from Dharavi TC, beta. Can unmute. Sandhya. Sandhya, you can unmute and ask, beta. We will move to the next question. Question number 4. We have to find whether the given points are the vertices of right angled triangle. You see, when you're talking regarding the right angled triangle, you know there is one theorem to find out the length of the right angled triangle, the sides of the right angled triangle. The theorem is Pythagoras theorem. So that theorem we are going to apply here. Again, the same thing. The distance of what? The largest side should be equal to the distance of the two smaller sides. Yes, Anchal, you can unmute and ask beta. Anchal, you can unmute and ask. I just write the question. Verify the points. Yes, Anchal, beta, you can unmute and ask. P minus 2 comma 2, Q 2 comma 2, and R 2 comma 7 are the vertices of right angle triangle. So now what happens here is right angle triangle. So the property of right angle triangle is you'll get that as hypotenuse square, the largest side square, equals to the addition of or the sum of the squares of the remaining two sides. So that property we are going to apply here. That property we are going to apply here. So that means now suppose we will find all the squares of this side. We'll find PQ square, we'll find QR square, and we'll find PR square. Understood? So by distance formula, again the same thing, check. We are finding the squares of those distances. We're going to find the squares of those sides. So the root sign, which is there in the distance formula, we are not going to take that. So what happens here is PQ square is x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Now P coordinates are minus 2 comma 2, so that would be equivalent to x1 y1, and Q coordinates are 2 comma 2, so that would be equivalent to x2 y2. Check, it is the distance formula only, but I'm taking the square. Okay, I'm taking the square, so here I have not put the root sign. I'm not going to put the root sign, so that is equal to x2 minus x1. x2 is 2, so 2 minus of minus 2 the whole square. Check, x1 is minus 2. So 2 minus of minus 2 the whole square. Minus and minus is going to become plus. Plus. What is value of y2? y2 is 2. So 2 minus y1 is also 2. So 2 minus 2 the whole square. Is this understood by all? So what you'll get here? 2 minus of minus has become plus. So 2 plus 2. 4 square plus 0 square. So answer is what? 4 square. That is equals to 16. Is this clear to all the students? This forms is statement number 1. Next is what we'll do is we'll find the next side, that is QR. So Q for coordinates of Q 2 comma 2. So we'll make that equivalent to x1 y1 r 2 comma 7. We'll make that as equivalent to x2 y2. So again by applying the distance formula, QR square equals to x2 is 2 minus 2 the whole square, x1 is 2. So 2 minus 2 the whole square plus y2 is 7, y1 is 2. So 7 minus 2 the whole square, 2 minus 2 is 0. So 0 square plus 7 minus 2 is 5 square. So answer is 25. 5 square is 25. Now what we'll do is we'll find next one, PR. So P would be equivalent to x1, y1, and r, which is 2 comma 7, would be equivalent to x2, y2. Is this clear to all the students? So what we'll do is we'll find PR square. We'll find PR square. X2, 2. Sorry, I put minus 2. Now, what is x1? Minus 2. So 2 minus of minus 2, the whole square. And here, minus and minus is going to become plus. Plus. Y2 minus y1. What is y2? Y2 is 7. So 7 minus y1, that is 2. So 7 minus 2, the whole square. So what you will get? See, 2 plus 2, 4 square, plus 7 minus 2, 5 square. So you'll get that as 16 plus 25. So that is 41. This is your equation number 3. Now see, this 41 is the largest side, the largest value. So 41 should be equal to the addition of the other two. Now, therefore, adding equations 1 and 2. Value of 1 is 16. Value of 2 is 25. So what is 16 plus 25? 41. Understood? We've got the addition of the two smaller sides equal to the third side. So is this a right angle triangle? Is this a right angle triangle? Therefore, PQ square plus QR square equals to PR square. So addition of the two smaller sides is equal to the third side, the largest side. So that means here it is the converse of the Pythagoras theorem. So therefore, triangle PQR is a right angled triangle. Converse of Pythagoras theorem. You don't have to write that as PT. Okay. I'll just write it in full so that avoid mistakes. Otherwise, you'll tell, sir, I'd written this as PT. So we also have written that as PT. No. Converse of Pythagoras theorem. Complete statement is right. Therefore, P, Q, R are the vertices of the right angled triangle. Is this understood by all the students? Is this understood by all the students? Come on. Remove the screenshot of this. Remove the screenshot of this fast so that we'll move ahead to the next question. Ma'am?
Yes, sir, we can wind up.
Yeah, we'll wind up because then if I start with the next question, it would take time, ma'am.
No, it's already time up. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
sir. Thank you, students.